Should have done this fucking tomorrow or something so I get my new lighting.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
I know.
All right, guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the Aimers Guild podcast. Today we have Bayuh. He's an Apex content creator and aimer for RA. If you want to introduce yourself and explain what you do for content and stuff.
What's up, guys? My name is Bayuh. A lot of people pronounce my name differently. Whatever. I'm used to it. Yeah, I'm just an FPS content creator. Started on COD. Now I play a lot of Apex. Battlefield every now and then. A lot of aim training as well. But yeah, I mostly make aim montages and high kill gameplay.
What's your past history for FPS games or games in general?
Like you try and start from like my beginning,
Yeah, all the way back.
all the way back. Damn. All right. Let's see. I used to be a console gamer, dude. I used to play. Oh my god. I used to be super addicted. Especially, I didn't even go outside back then. But I started Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original one. I think 2007. I started on PS3, I believe, and then yeah, kind of took off from there. That's where it all started. Um, I got I started on Marvel original, and then once Marvel 2 dropped, that's when my addiction started. I didn't start making content or anything yet. Um, but I was just like that's when I started hitting like max prestige type shit. I remember Modern Warfare 2, I got like the 1,000 headshot title for the intervention legitly. I know way back then everybody used to boost, or at least like my friends, my friends I used to hang
Yeah,
out
the
with.
boosting was crazy for that.
Yeah, boosting was insane back then. So yeah, let's skip all the way until I started making content. So pretty much from Modern Warfare 2, I've played every single COD and gotten max prestige. Um, I'm just like a really big COD fanboy, pretty much. And so I started streaming. Fuck, dude. I started streaming when Fortnite came out, like everybody else did. Um, I don't remember why I started streaming. I just kind of like felt like it. I think I came to the choice where it's like if I might be playing games at least, 5 hours a day type shit, I might as well stream and see if I can make anything out of it, which honestly I recommend to anybody that plays daily or plays like long periods of time. Should always be like a content creator just because like you never know where it can lead, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real. That's how I started off as well for like my games when I just realized like when COVID started, I'm just playing games for hours a day. Might as well just start streaming it.
Exactly. So yeah, let's see. I started streaming Black Ops 3 towards the end of Black Ops 3 when like everybody was jetpacking around. That's when I got a PC as well. I didn't stream until I got a PC. So halfway through Black Ops 3, I started streaming. I was really shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I was really bad. I did. So when I first originally switched to PC for COD, I was one of those guys, dude. I still use controller on PC just because I couldn't handle the fact like I was getting shut on using M and K. Like, man. So I was like, I did a couple months controller PC. It was all right. I kept like a 2 KD, whatever. But like, if you're gonna switch to PC, you might as well commit and switch to M and K. So that's what I did. Took me at least half a year before I became like an average player on M and K. Um, let's see. Fast forward to like Black Ops 4. That's when I started like TikTok, maybe not TikTok, YouTube. I started uploading YouTube gameplay. I started actually like posting on social media websites, stuff like that. That's when I started taking things more serious. Uh, yeah, I got to max prestige. I think level 1,000, right? Back when that game had it. That's like probably one of my most played games is Black Ops 4. And then I don't think I think towards the end of Black Ops 4, that's when I started aim training, and actually like really trying to improve my skill with M&K. Um, yeah, it was like I think I was like 4 years in to my M&K like FPS journey before I even started aim training, which is kind of weird, given that like I don't know how addicted I am to aim training and aim now. I just never really gave it that much thought in the beginning. Um,
Do you have? Sorry if I
no.
interrupting you.
What were you gonna say?
The next question like ties into that as well. When did you start your journey with aim and aim improvement, and how was it for you?
For me personally, I love aim training. It's like it's something that's just very relaxing, calming for the mind, even though like going for scores really stresses you out sometimes. Um, the way I see it, if you're not aim training, like this is for me personally, I know a lot of people think differently, but if you're not aim training, at least like getting to diamond on voltaic benchmarks or like, you know, the same level on RA benchmarks, I feel like you're kind of throwing. Like there's so much wasted potential almost because like I feel like if you don't aim train, don't study, let's see, aim theory, I guess you can say, you'll never know how to like properly aim. Of course, you can have amazing aim, but there's always going to be a difference between somebody that aim trains and somebody that doesn't. There's like a distinct way they aim. It's hard to say, you know. It's like their own style almost. Like you can see the inconsistencies and the improper technique for aiming, but like that's really like nitpicking. But what really got me into aim training was honestly content creation. Without content creation, I probably wouldn't be anywhere near as good as I am or play as much games as I do now because I got like IRL stuff that I do, you know, during the day. But my aim training journey really took off in Modern Warfare 2019, I would say. That's when like I went hard in content, hard in streaming, hard in aim training. Because I mean, mostly I'm gonna be honest, mostly because I didn't have a job at that time. So like it was like wake up, stream, make content, ride my bike during like the day afternoon area, and then like stream some more at night type shit. So like I was really on my grind back then, and it paid off. And then I fumbled the bag by switching to Apex, but I just couldn't. I couldn't handle fuck Modern Warfare 2. Like that game was kind of
Yeah, it was not good. Especially when I played it like a little bit at the start of my PC journey. It was not a fun game at all to play.
yeah,
Do you think,
exactly.
yeah. Do you think if you didn't make content, do you think you'd still be playing games now or as much as you do now?
Uh, that's kind of hard to say, honestly. I feel like I would play a lot of games. I just wouldn't. It just wouldn't be a priority. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you ever had games as like a priority, but like, you know, sometimes you drop other things for gaming type shit, even though they're kind of important to do. Say like, I don't know, fucking going to pick up groceries one day. Like, you might be like, all right, I'll just do this like tomorrow, and so you'll play games instead. So like, gaming will just fall back so I can get like my life straight. But I mean, I probably would. I honestly though, if I didn't make content, I don't think I'd play as much FPS games because that's all I play pretty much. So like, I'd probably fall more into like single player type shit. A lot of MMORPGs.
How would you compare gaming and FPS games nowadays to how it was a few years ago back in 2022 and prior?
Good question. Uh, I can only really speak about like Call of Duty. So I feel like the more everybody knows what goes on behind the scenes in Call of Duty, the more people are just upset with how things are. Pretty much like I feel like most people know about how Call of Duty runs their games now. They're always like, there's strict SBMM, there's like forced winning and forced losing, you know, different balancing between PC and console. There's the whole like if you have a higher KD, you actually have lower accuracy, so you have to be more on target to hit the player. There's like a whole bunch of mechanics that make good players really shitty to try to balance it out, and I think that's really fucked up. Honestly, I was happier not knowing, but they should just come out and like actually talk about it. Just rip the blindfold off. So that being said, there's also a lot of cringiness that's been happening lately. In my personal opinion, there's like too many content creators. I'm not naming names, but there's too many content creators that just need to stop complaining or like switch games. Like if you're gonna make content on that game, you should just shut up and take it. Almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people need let's see, how can I word this? A lot of people need to be happy again, I guess. Because like everybody
Yeah.
makes content, but they're not happy making content just because I feel like right now it's a trend to hate Call of Duty, which I mean they kind of brought it onto themselves, but um mostly what I see the difference between back then and now is there's just a lot more uh how can I explain this? I feel like there's a lot more hate, less community because everybody has like their own little groups that everybody hangs out in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
And
have their own like small circles and what they believe in and what they talk about in there.
yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah, talking about your like content creation side, and if you play the game, just stick with it and don't like shit talk it basically. For that was one of the primary reasons why I left. I just didn't enjoy the game anymore. And I just wanted to stop talking about the aim assist issues, SBMM issues. I just basically just gave up on it and switched back to Apex. And I think
Yeah,
a lot of people should just bite the bullet and realize, well, the game's just not fun anymore for me, even if I am making a bunch of content on it. I am making money. It's just time for me to switch.
yeah. I mean, it comes to a point where it's you honestly have to take in consideration your own mental health before like content. Obviously, like I would say if you're not making a lot of money, if this game is not making a living wage for you, like if you switch games and you wouldn't be able to pay your bills, obviously stay on that game. But if this is your job, or if this is not your job, and you can pay bills by playing other games as well, I would say take in consideration on mental health. Like, is this game actually make you happy at the end of the day? Does this game give you headaches when you end stream? Does this game make you salty towards viewers? You have to take these into facts because you don't want to be like known as that asshole who just plays COD, right? I mean, I guess some people do, but
Yeah. What are your opinions about two boxing or VPNing for content?
it is what it is now. Like I personally say, personally I would never do it just because I don't want my content to be like that. But I I hope people do it. Honestly, I hope people do it because Activision or whoever wants to make COD good again needs to know like strict SBMM is not the way to do it. People want to have fun again. People want easy lobbies. Pretty much the whole life and the next year after 2019 came out, like 2019, 2020, whatever, I played maybe like 20 matches with other people just because the once somebody hops in for like party play, the SBMM shoots up so much I don't even want to play, right? It's like the game becomes so unfun, and I get it. Like I get why you want to two box reverse boost or whatever, So like I said, personally, I wouldn't do it. I would suffer like through the matches of SBMM, but that's just because COD fried my brain so much. I don't even care if I lose anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, more people that do it, hopefully they'll like show them that SBMM is not the way to go. At least strict SBMM is not the way to go.
Do you think aim content has been benefited or declined due to the presence of aim assist?
Uh, that's hard to say. I feel like aim content in general, it doesn't matter, right? Because it's mostly a PC thing. But I have noticed that so like I don't know. I don't have any thoughts about that. I feel like that doesn't really matter because aim assists isn't really that big of an issue during aim eclipse, right?
Yeah, that's true.
The only thing is like you're gonna get shit on if you go close to somebody that's a bot, right? I guess that would suck. So like in terms of that, like aim assist newbies ruining your clips, I would say it's probably worse now than it was because aim assist wasn't as strong as it was back in the day. So yeah.
Switching topics. What was your path to playing Apex and later joining RA?
Well, I joined RA before I switched to Apex, but the whole reason why I joined RA is because I was just a COD grinder. I tried to join Team EXE way back in the day, so like they already knew about me. So like once they wanted to make another team for RA, they hit me up and I was like, "Yo, you want to play?" I was super excited, you know. And so like after RA, I posted my COD clips and whatnot. Maybe like the next year, I just couldn't take playing COD mentally, dude. The COD at that time was just so bad. I was having no fun at all. I was almost dreading to start my stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I'm like, dude, I gotta play this game again. Just get shit on for like 3 hours in a row, type vibe. And I was not having fun. So I always played Apex on and off since really since season 2 of Apex. But I didn't start really playing until season 12. And that's like when I started playing Apex. Apex is an extremely hard game. I don't think people realize. And
Yeah, it is.
I think at the same time a lot of people realize that it is hard and that's why they avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Cuz I have like friends that played Apex and they said like, "Dude, why do they take so many bullets?" You know? I feel like that really separates good players from players that want to look good almost. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can get a kill within like 3 bullets, but it's going to take some time to get a kill within like 15 bullets, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of COD streamers complaining that aim assist or like not aim assist, Apex is just much harder of a game and they just don't have fun in it. And my perspective on that is just they are not good enough players to play Apex. Like COD is basically an easier version of just running and killing someone. It only takes a few bullets. You don't have to actually hold onto the target for a while. And that just is a buffer for the skill difference.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying like you should stay away from Apex to like all those people that want to try it. I should, you know, definitely try it, but I will say there's a huge aim difference between Call of Duty and Apex, right? Like, I'm not even gonna lie, my tracking sucked ass when I switched to Apex because on COD you don't need it, bro. You like snap on 5 bullets, they're dead. So like a lot of target switching, you're great for COD, right? Great for COD. Apex tracking is number one. I personally had to like go out on like aim labs, Kovacs, aim B, those three. I grinded tracking scenarios for like 300 hours before I became like sort of happy to where I wanted to be. But that's for me personally. I don't think you need that many hours, but I've had standards for myself and like how I want my aim to be, right? I feel like everybody should strive if they play Apex on M&K, they should all strive for like aim like hollow, but movement like fight fade, stuff like that. But I don't know, I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself in terms of like where I want to be. I know a lot of people think differently, but yeah.
Apex was my journey to start aim training. I started aim training because of Apex, and when I switched over to Warzone for a brief period of time, I felt that my aim, one, wasn't challenged nearly as much as Apex was, and it actually kind of decreased my overall skill in aiming. And it was just wasn't a fun experience after a while to aim in that game because it was so easy and I wanted a challenge.
Yeah.
So it's just like that difference as well.
Yeah, I would say COD multiplayer if you're just like fragging out and just kill grinding. I would say in terms of that, it's honestly like a low level, like a low skill level game. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
And but ranked, I don't know anything about ranked. I haven't played COD ranked at all. I know like some people are insane, so I'll give them the respect and stuff like that. But I'm strictly speaking of like COD multiplayer, not Warzone, just kill grinding like match after match after match. It's honestly low skill, but people people like seeing that type of content, like the kill grinding, the snaps, the flicks, the accusations, people like that stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate the target switching clips that come out of the M and K players, but just the type of stuff that I watch from just like the general community for multiplayer, it's just extremely boring content from my point of view.
Yeah, yeah. And this might be a hot topic, but I've said this on Twitter before, and I'm speaking to Apex and COD players. I'm sorry, but if I see you post a clip, I don't care how good your aim is. If you don't get the kill on the guy you snap to, it's a bad clip. It shouldn't be in the montage. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's a bad clip. I don't care how nutty it is. And
That is
like
valid though.
there's there's some top aimers. I'm talking about like top 10 Kovaxers that post clips like that. I'm sorry, but that clip is not good.
In your opinion, how much do peripherals matter to aim, and should it be one of your focuses when trying to improve aim?
I used to think it mattered a lot personally. You know how it is. Like you get that first new mouse, you're like, oh my god, my aim is like insane. And you're like, a couple months down the line, you're like, this mouse doesn't feel the same as when I first got it. So you buy a new mouse and a new
Yeah.
mouse. Then you're like, wait, they all feel different. And you like buy mouse pads, keyboards. I feel like it's great to be experimental with your peripherals, but it shouldn't become an unhealthy obsession where like where you're thinking like, damn, I died because I'm using this mouse instead of this mouse. You know what I'm saying? Or like I died because I'm using a glass pad instead of a cloth pad. I feel like you should be able to tell how you died and not just blame your peripherals. You should blame your mechanics. Like don't look for an easy way out. You know what I'm saying? But once you get past a certain skill level, I do think peripherals matter up to a certain point. Um, for me personally, ever since I switched to like a 6 gram mouse or lower in weight, my aim has improved for sure. Uh, switching to glass, I've been on glass for like 2 months. My aim tracking has improved, but like everything else has decreased clearly because it's on glass, so static and target switching, stopping power is really hard. But I'm not blaming the glass pad for it. I'm blaming my mechanics. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I feel like if you're just starting out, it shouldn't matter what you use. You should just focus on raw aim mechanics.
Yeah, I felt like glass pads for me have improved my aim so much. Getting a 3.0 like a year and a half ago really just pushed that and basically focused my aim and made me see all of the micro issues I had with my aim, all the shakiness, all the unprecise movements. It just helped me refine that over the last few months and year.
Yeah, I would for sure say like glass is excellent to train on, practice on. But I feel like if you're really pushing scores, you should do it on cloth just for like stability wise and stuff like that. Like grind out all your mechanics on glass and then grind scores on cloth. That's the way I think of it.
What are your thoughts on the current state of Apex casually, content creatively, and competitively?
Uh Casually, Apex is I would say I mean I enjoy Apex a lot. It's one of my favorite games and I play that like like very sweaty, you know. I play it almost every day. So like I don't really know how the casuals well, all right. If you play Apex casually, I feel like you're going to have a bad time. I'm not even going to lie. Apex is such a sweaty game. So like if you're playing solo, I would say don't even expect to win half like more than half the time or less than half the time. Um you're going to lose so often. You're going to die off drops so often. You're going to have the worst teammates ever. So like if you do play casually, yeah, out there, I would do it in a stack, honestly. Like get friends and just vibe out. You're gonna have such a better time. Um, Content creator for Apex. Oh man, it's very hard to be a content creator for Apex. I feel like it's so. I mean, the game's been out for how many years now, and there's only. I feel like there's only a few routes you can really take. You know, you can do ranked like comp stuff. You can do movement, and you can do like aim clips. But besides that, I don't even know. I guess you can do funny clips if you're really that guy. I'm not that guy. I don't think I've ever been a funny content creator, but so pretty much like unless you're good at Apex, I'm talking about like maybe not top 1%, maybe like top 5%, like good, like master level good. You're good. I feel like you're gonna have a hard time just because unless you're posting like 20 bombs or like 4Ks, I feel like you get no views. Except maybe on TikTok with like short form content, that might be a little different. Like getting squad wipes or like 360 Kraber shots, those kind of go hard. Um, for comp, oh man, I love playing ranked. I'm
Yeah.
a ranked grinder, dude. I used to be just a pubber, but then my homies put me on ranked and like, man, when I hop on and I play pubs, you know, waiting for them to hop on or something like that while I'm warming up, I almost just want to grind rank solo. That's like how much more of an enjoyable experience it is for me. I feel like your time is not so wasted, you know, grinding ranked. But yeah, I would say like in the state of ranked right now, I think it's in a pretty good spot besides the Kimbo Mozams with hammer points. I don't know who thought that would be a good idea, but
Yeah, it's busted as fuck.
dude, insane, man. I got hit I think 145 in 4 shots. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I would say like if you're gonna start making content on Apex, unless you're like a movement god, you should play ranked. Otherwise, it's like I don't know. You're gonna get lost in the weeds.
Yeah, there's already so many like content creators out there, basically all trying to do the same thing, and you can only really watch so many people. And especially is that if you're going for like movement stuff, you go for like the best like movement wraith, octane, whatever. You already have like a set group of all of those, and it's hard to expand out past that because everybody beyond that is not as good.
Yeah, exactly. And like the top tier movement players, like they've really set like a high bar. I feel like for anybody else that wants to get into like movement clips and stuff like that. And then again, I'm going to go back to like my hot take earlier. If you have a movement clip, bro, I don't care how good it is. You didn't even kill the player. You hit him like 20-20 with a mastiff and like died. Just get your movement clip and kill the dude. Otherwise, I would say don't post it. Unless it's like some weird glitch bug where it's like you fly 1,000 feet across the map type shit.
Where do you see Apex in the coming years, and how do you see this game holding the test of time?
I feel like this game can only really survive through ranked and like comp play. Cause like I don't know. At least maybe just because like I'm already around like the rank scene. Can't imagine anybody that's like, let's go grind like Apex pubs. Let's go watch this guy play Apex pubs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, with like all the movement guys and shit like that, there's always gonna be a scene for pubs, right? But if rank dies, I feel like Apex would be over. So like, as long as rank stays alive, as long as Apex fixes their issues, fix the cheater shit. I mean, they posted something on Twitter today about fixing the cheater stuff, or at least acknowledging it. I feel like it's going to last a while, but in terms of like how many years, I can't say. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows when that next BR will come out, or like new Apex killer game comes out. Kind of just have to wait and see. But as of right now, I predict Apex is around for at least another 3 years.
Where do you see yourself, or like for the last question, where do you see yourself in the coming years in regards to aim or competitive play?
Uh, for competitive play, I feel like I'll never be like a pro comp player, but I'll be grinding ranked, not necessarily Apex in like years. I might be grinding a new game, but aim wise, my honestly my aim is only going up still. I haven't like plateaued, or like I have, and I've been able to get past it. So I haven't reached my peak yet. That is for sure. And I'm still learning. I'm still grinding. Still reading up on forums. Still reading up on like how to improve my aim. You can always improve. So for sure, next couple of years I'll be Grandmaster complete, if not higher.
That's actually really valid. Thank you so much for taking your time to be on here. It's been a lot of fun talking to you.
Yeah, of course. Sorry it took so long.
Nah, it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, dude, we kept missing each other.
It's like I would either sleep through it or you would have something to do.
Yeah, exactly.